Hi, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, Susan. It's good to see you.
Hi, Allie. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday.
Absolutely. I know that people are having some weather issues. I am out here. I know there are people that are like in Nevada and California that are also having it. And I'm going to send you out lots of love and light. I ended up taking Susan's advice and driving home when they told me that it was going to be 60-mile-an-hour gale winds. I said, I don't need to be here. So I feel much safer here in my house with my dogs. So anyway, hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here today. We love you all and are so grateful when you come by. I just want to do an update for our friend Thayer, whose dog Chance went missing last weekend, and we're still looking for him. He's still out there somewhere, and so I just want to send a lot of love and a lot of good energy to hopefully bring him home to his mama, because it's just so distressing. I can't imagine a week of not knowing anything, very long period of time. So Thayer, if you're listening, everyone, if you wouldn't mind, just give us a quick send out to Chance, and let Spirit do his work. Thank you. All right. So we got a lot of questions.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to start out right away so we can just get going here. These actually were already up by Sunday of last week. So we're dealing with all right, hold on. Here we go. Linda Walker and her sister Carol died 40 years ago when she was 27. Would she ask her if she has a message?
So let me see. Let me call her on the spirit phone, not the bat phone, but the spirit phone. And Carol. Okay, she's coming in now. Linda, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you are, let me know if any of this resonates with you, because if you're new to this chat, doing mediumship readings like on the spur of the moment and very
on the fly
is a little bit difficult, and other spirits can come in, especially if somebody really wants to get a message out. They will. We call it piggybacking. But when I check in with Carol, I'm seeing Christmas lights. I'm seeing holiday lights. Like she likes the twinkly lights, the blinky lights. That was a special time for her. I think she's happy. I think she liked holidays. Now she's showing me Thanksgiving, a time. Of course, she was only 27. So when you're 27, you still have your family memories of getting together with family and all of those things. And I just feel like she's happy. She's happy that this time is coming. She enjoys it. I don't think she likes gaudy things particularly, like multicolor and projections. It's the old school, the little twinkly, blinky white lights or whatever, and the peacefulness of the holidays. She really likes that. So that's interesting what she's showing me, right? She's not showing me a house full of people, although that happens, but she's showing me the quiet, peaceful part of Christmas where you're sitting in your chair drinking maybe hot chocolate or mocha or something, and you're looking at the Christmas lights and you're just thinking about how beautiful that is. So I'm not sure that she was gregarious and outgoing, but I think that she enjoyed those peaceful moments of the beauty of Christmas. She sends her love to you, Linda. She's talking about maybe you have kids or grandkids. She's talking about children. She knows what's going on in the family. She's talking about your mother. I don't know. I don't have enough time to really give you a whole reading, but she is mentioning your mother. I don't know if your mother's there or here, but she's mentioning her. She sends her love. I sense a lot of love. I sense a big heart full of love. So hopefully that's a message that resonates for you. And thank you so much for sending it in for us to read. I appreciate it.
Yes, Linda. I got here what she kind of what Susan said: surrender to prayer, whenever you're feeling as though things are getting bad for you, answers will come to you from prayer. And when Susan mentioned the reverence of the holidays, so to speak, I felt that resonated really well with what that message came through here. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, we got a location question.
Uh-oh.
Need locating a picture I made for Andrea from Lilac Lantern. I don't know where I put it.
I'm not as good as Jen is with this. If you watch on Thursday nights, look picture. Okay, it's a picture. I'm not sure if it's a physical picture or a digital picture.
Ah.
So if it's a digital picture, let me just ask this, since I don't I don't know that answer. Let's just ask, will you find it? Let's just kind of get some kind of closure on this. Yes, you're going to find it. Sometimes they say, I feel like they're kind of rude, but it's right beneath your nose. Whatever that means, it's right beneath your nose.
Yeah, I got here that you're going to find it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You're going to find it. I know that I feel like there's a time pressure. Like you need this like soon. And I can't tell you when, but I can tell you it's right beneath your nose. Whatever that means.
It could be beneath some papers maybe, or other pictures, or, like you maybe wanted to flatten it out. I'm just guessing, but that's kind of how.
Or if it's on the computer, it's in a maybe it got saved to the wrong folder, but it's right next to a folder. It's within your, it's not out
all around you.
It's close by where you do a lot of work.
Awesome. Thanks, Silky Pink Rose. I hope you find it. I hope you find it.
It's so frustrating. I hate to lose things.
I do too. Especially something I just saw 5 minutes ago, which I tend to do.
I don't do well with that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Susie in Philly. Judy died suddenly in her sleep August. She was very special, and we all still stunned upset. I'm so sorry for your loss, Susie. Yes. I can tell you that Judy is fine. I think she has a little bit of a sense of humor, because she's saying it was quite the surprise to me too. In other words, she wasn't sick. Like there was no indication, right? She wasn't battling this illness or anything like that. It was just a very sudden thing. But this is what she's telling me. She's telling me her transition was easy. It was easy to do. It was not a problem. It was like it was meant to happen. She didn't understand that at first. She was a bit confused, but then she was told, she was explained. She knew it was real when she met a relative. She met, it seems like a man. I don't know if it's a brother or I'm not sure it's a dad. It could have even been an ex or somebody. It was a man. And she said, what are you doing here? That's exactly what came out of my mouth. What are you doing here? She was still here. Not realizing she was there. So anyway, her message is she loves you. You were the friend of a lifetime. Your family, she's close to your family too. I feel like there's a closeness. She knew your family. She was close to your family in the sense that you guys talked about family. You know what I mean? She knew a lot about your family because you guys would just talk to each other. She says it's fine. She knows it's a shock, but she's happy where she is. She's gone on to the next level or the next thing. But she's sends her love to you, dear.
Absolutely. All I got was this. It said it was time. Just like as Susan said, it was her time to go. She said she's holding the light, but it was her time. And look, it shows a baby and then a goddess at the bottom of these cards. And then it goes into this beautiful woman who recognized that it was her time to go. It was her contract apparently was completed. So I wish you well, Susie. I'm sorry for that. All right. By the way, everybody, it would really help. Like this one here has 4. It's so long. It takes up 4 4 chat boxes. But it would be great if you would cut to the chase, and I don't mean to be mean, and tell us the name or the place or the time. That's fine, and what we need to know, unless you have a specific, and make it short if possible. But I'm trying to see who this is. Oh, this is Catherine Gavin, Gavin, Gavin. She said she fell into the lake. She struggled, but she felt a calmness. My brother ran to get my dad. I watched from above. Okay. While I was floating, there was a light above me. I think the answer is going to be yes. I think you wondered if you went through a near-death experience. Yes. Yep. Yep. It was. Right, Susan? Yeah.
It was.
It was. Yeah. Wow. We're glad you made it back.
More to uncover. I'm getting chills, but I feel like there's more to uncover there. If you wish, you could probably do a regression with a hypnotist and learn a little bit more about what you experienced there. If you want to, it could unlock some of those memories. And they're telling me you're ready for that. Well, they're telling me spiritually you're ready for that. Now you yourself, mentally, humanly, I don't know. But whenever you're ready, there is more information there. In other words, you may learn that you're an angel or a spirit guide or a relative. You may learn more about what happened in that time instead of just remembering you saw the light.
Right. Let's see. I'm just going to pull a quickie here. It was an emerging for you, and emerging from one side to the other. And it's no surprise that you were able to remember it with such accurate detail, even though it was, almost 60 years ago that it happened. But I'm emerging with a light, with joy and ease. So I think it was a lesson not only for you, but maybe also for your father and your brother. Yeah, that's kind of what I sense. But yeah, I think Susan's right. I think it would be nice for you to go back and bring in all of those things that happen and see the things you saw at that age. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Okay, we got another long one here.
All right.
This is Debbie Fitzsimmons. This is talking mostly about this man she knew named Floyd. She's known him 40 years. They dated on and off. They hung out together. They crossed paths every once in a while. The last time she was married, and he had apparently just returned from living in another state and was divorced. She lives in a different state, and my husband has passed in January. She really wants to know, is this going to be meant to be? Should they be together? Is this a coincidence, or what's going on with Floyd?
That's such a great question, because I think that this happens to a lot of us, right?
It does.
And I can tell you this from my own personal experience, and also from what Spirit is telling me. You are right. You are being nudged, urged to reach out to this man, but what happens next is how you have free will. So yes, you're supposed to reach out to him. I think that you guys would become very good friends. I think that he could be a soulmate in the sense that he's somebody you could bear your soul to. You both have similar experiences and interest and all kinds of things like that. Whether or not you both choose to make this a romantic relationship or not, I feel, from what they're telling me, is free will. The thing that's supposed to happen is you're supposed to meet again, and you're supposed to learn some lessons from each other, or help each other, or assist each other in something else that's going to happen. You can do that as a friend, or you can do that as a lover. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's better to do it as a friend and not a lover. I don't know. I mean, what they're telling me, dear, is if you choose to have a romantic relationship with him, there will be different lessons. Not saying bad. I'm just saying lessons are lessons. We all know that, right? They're not always pleasant in the middle of them. So hopefully that makes sense. You are supposed to reach out to him. I feel a soul connection. I do feel it. Whether or not you become romantic or not is up to you.
That's a wonderful, this is very timely as well, because I just lost a dear friend who I dated back in the 80s, and happened to see him and another person back in 2016. Went to Florida, caught up with both of them. They're both gone now. So I never stopped my gut feeling. Russ died on Thursday. Melinda, who I also visited with, she died a couple of years before COVID anyway. But I say surrender to spirit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're both not young anymore either, but you may be able to suss out some of the things that you were meant to be here for. This says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn it over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So like Susan said, it may not be a romantic relationship, or, it could be just a romantic relationship in the sense that, you're there for each other. But yeah, I feel that way. And I feel it's always right to follow your gut, follow your instincts. I'm really glad that I went and saw those folks before they passed. And I had no way of knowing that it would be so quickly, basically within 5 years or so. So thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. You're so sweet. All right, Floyd, that was very interesting. All right, we got one from Noberto Lara, who is one of our very great people that come on a lot. Oops, didn't hold on, so sorry. Oh, those cards are the surrender cards. Is that what this one was? Yeah, it's the surrender cards by Judith Orloff. And they are beautiful cards. They really touch upon the things we need to surrender to. Sorry, it's taking me so long.
Thank you, Karen, for posting my channel. I appreciate it so much.
Yes, absolutely. And please go over and subscribe and like Susan Lynn's channel. Susan Lynn just had 100,000 hours of views. Woohoo for her. All right.
Thank you so much.
Here, hello, ladies. Hope you're doing well. Am I on the right path of what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I feel so lost and out of place. Boy, Roberto, you aren't alone.
I feel it like I want to shake it off. Like I just want to shake the energy off. I feel like there's something. What is that? They're giving me chills now, so that's good. Norberto. Without having more information, Norberto, I'm going to tell you that nice to meet. That's the rest of it. Nice to meet.
That was the rest of it. Yeah, I'm sorry. He would like
nice to meet spirit guides and other guides. Okay.
Yeah.
Norberto, I just have to tell you this. I feel like there's other people's you have other people. You have responsibility for too many other people, or you take on too many responsibilities for other people. You always do the right thing. You know what I mean? If that means working or helping somebody on your day off or working a little extra, you don't see this as a problem, but it kind of is a problem. It's sort of dragging you down. It's making you tired. That's manifesting in your spiritual abilities, and in a way that you're not able to connect with them, because these other responsibilities or people are taking so much energy in your mental landscape. So to connect with our spirit guides, we need space. Mm-hmm. So we need to take care of ourselves. One way we can get space is take a day off and just don't even talk to anybody, right? Create the space in your head, in your energy field. There's too much. There's too many things. There's a lot of weight.
Space. Yeah.
So create meditation, take walks, get massages, do for yourself. And then these spirit guides will have room to come in and talk to you. They want to, they're with you. You are very guided. There are angels around you, but they just can't get through all of the sort of duty. You have a lot of duty bound energy.
I could sense that too. It's funny, Norberto, that many of us, at least a lot of us older folks, and I don't think you're that old, so I can say that, we didn't have any time to sit down and be quiet. We didn't have any time to spend on just being until this COVID thing came and we were sort of locked down, and then we had all these things change, and younger people were locked down too, but a lot of mental energy taken up in what am I going to do? How am I going to be? Where do I got to go to work? Because that's what that time period does. So I agree with Susan completely. You need to embrace time, embrace and love all of your life.
Oh, beautiful.
Love all of you. There's always the right time when spirit will find its way through, but you do need to clear out some of that mental work. Or, I can see what Susan's seeing. I'm seeing you're pulled here and you're pulled there and you're pulled here,
I don't know if it's worry, like what Allie was saying, even just worrying, even if you don't have actual responsibilities, but you worry about things, that blocks them. There's such a high vibration, you guys. They need us to go up and meet them at that high vibration. And worry and fear is not a very high vibration. So most humans, even though we don't realize it, we have a lot of worry and fear, and
we do.
We're human doings instead of human beings.
That's absolutely right, Susan. Thank you. I always love hearing that.
They keep telling me that lately. That's a thing.
Absolutely. Oh, this is from Kathleen Archer. What should I be learning in my current situation with my relationships? Is my intuition on the right track? And do my guides have any messages?
Kathleen, thanks for your question. I don't know what's going on. When you mentioned relationship, I had to let out like I'm feeling pressure in my chest. Oh. I don't know what's going on there. I just feel, it could just be temporary. Maybe your partner is going through a tight spot or a little bit more tenseness than normal. But I'm feeling like I can't talk. Like I need to hold in my opinions, or there's something heavy on my chest. So be careful with that, because even if your partner is having that kind of time period in their life, and they're not normally like that, let's just say, give them the benefit of the doubt, you need to release that. You need to release it. It's not yours. It's not yours. It's theirs. So please do that for me. Do some releasing meditations, guided meditations on YouTube. Would be good. I think your intuition is on the right track. I feel like you feel it in your belly. I feel like you get queasiness in your belly, or you feel things in your belly. That's like, that's a sensitive area for you. So when you feel a little, tune into it. Yep. If you feel something in your body, honor it and think about why I'm feeling this. Who did I just interact with, or what's going on? And then take a walk outside of the house, take a drive, go to the grocery store, do something, and think about it objectively.
Wow. Well, I got surrender fear, which is exactly what Susan said. Let go of the stories you're telling yourself, but it's okay to trust your intuition. Okay. I want you to know that that's not a story you're telling yourself.
That's right.
Stay in the moment and focus on solutions, and also celebrate baby steps going forward. Trust yourself as much as you can. So.
And I just want to say that, I'm sorry, go ahead, dear.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
I was just going to say that these messages are for a lot of you. If you're in the chat and you're going, damn, this message for me, it's for you, okay? So just take it if you feel like it if it resonates with you, take it as your message.
So I have to say that thank you, Buffy. And how did you know your question was next? Thank you, dear. It was already up there, just waiting for me to push the button.
Oh, Buffy, this is a difficult one. Okay, there's not going to be like, I'm going to tell you what they're telling me, but please understand that it's not exactly straightforward. Here's what they're saying. In your area, in a lot of areas, this winter, there's going to be little sudden drops in housing prices. I'm not talking about a crash. And I'm not even talking about the prices going back to normal, but I'm talking about them dropping, say, 10, 15, maybe 20%. That's a big drop. And it's not, and everybody always says, yeah, but it's not enough. Well, it's something. Would you rather save 20% on your house or not? So, so what the guys are saying is, if you got your pre-approval now and you were paying more interest, you could take advantage of a good deal that's coming around this time. And they just said around the holidays. Now, caveat, if you don't want to do that, it's okay also for you to wait and get that better credit score and that better interest rate. And buy the house. Your credit score must be coming up very fast, because they're saying this could happen as soon as spring. Now, spring is the hot time for putting your house on the market, so you might pay a little more. So you can see why it's not a straight answer. You almost have to do the math. I'm going to pay this much more in interest over the course of 15 or 30 years, but I'm going to save this much on this house, right? Do the math. Does it work out? Also, throw the math out. Do you really want to be in a house this winter? Why not get pre-approved now and then let it run out? Because it runs out in 60 days or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then if you don't find anything, let it run out and then reapply when your credit gets higher. So then you got the best of both worlds.
Buffy, I see that you said it's up and down, and I understand that because I monitor my credit report really judiciously because it matters to me. But I found that if I do Experian Boost, and I don't get any money from them, so that it helps you. You can also add your utility bills and things like that in there if that's what you need. I get here, surrender to setting limits. And I think that's, you don't want to limit yourself. You don't want to set a limit. Well, I'm only going to do this now. Or I'm going to wait for this. In other words, like Susan said, it is the luck of the draw, unfortunately, for all of us. It could be a higher house payment, or it could be a higher mortgage amount. So yes, I agree with her. Do get pre-qualified. It lasts for a while, and that will at least give you an idea of what you are able to afford, at least for now.
Her bank doesn't link to Boost, but you can do a lot of the things that Allie talked about, like putting your utility bills in so you get credit for that. And then Starfish said you can always refinance. I did ask them that, Starfish, Jeannie. That is true, but it doesn't. The energy doesn't feel quite as good. But Buffy, I would say get pre-approved and lurk for that good deal. Lurk.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you never see the good deal, let it run out and get it again when your credit goes up a little bit more. Play the game, girl.
I used to be a mortgage loan officer, and I don't recommend people go to banks. I recommend you go to a mortgage company, but that is just my personal opinion. I mean, obviously, if you have a relationship with a bank, like 25 years or something like that, but banks are not small anymore, and you're just a customer. You're just, so anyway, just something to think about.
That's true. Mortgage company, it's still more of a human decision to a degree.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's underwriting. It's going by the basic rules. But I have noticed that banks seem to charge. I won't say they always do, but seem to charge more points, more fees. Fine. You can shop. You're the consumer always. Yeah. Yeah. Starfish says the same thing. Yeah. I've had really good luck when I was doing it a long time ago, but hi Natalie, how are you?
Hi,
good to see you. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I hope that helped. I know it's a little confusing, but and also thank you for the donation. That was very sweet, Buffy. Susan G.
Good, Buffy, I feel good. They're giving me chills. I feel good about it. I think.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Any messages from Susan G's spirit guides? Planning a career change to make more time for creating art. Her happy place. Oh, by all means.
Yes, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay, well, here's what they're telling me. Um, this is also a common theme that they've been talking about lately. But so, Susan, they're saying stand in your power. Where in your life, where in your life do you need to stand in your power? And that matters because if you stand in your power, you're either A, going to be treated better at your current career and have more time off to do art. B, you're going to stand in your power and say, I'm really worth a new career. I'm worth a new job. I'm going to put myself out there. As we all know, right now is a really good time to be looking for a job. These employers, they are still a little picky, but it's a good time to be looking for a job. I'd be shopping myself around. You know what I mean? I'd be shopping myself around to see what other options are out
Yep.
there. So
Absolutely.
stand in your power so that you have more time to create art and look and see where you're getting in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you capitulating? Where are you giving in to other people's desires and demands so that you don't? And I also just want to say, what is it about your house? Like you don't have space, or you want the space is there, but yet you feel guilty about using the space. So honor, stand in your power there too. This is my space. I don't care. I'm going to take this space.
Good
Make
for
it
you.
your space. Don't share it. I feel like you're having to share. If you can, try to make it your space more, as much as you can. As much as you
Right.
can.
Right. Absolutely. Also, Betty Max, thank you for your donation. Very much appreciated. I got inspiration, and inspiration is needed for you to be able to create. We inspire, we breathe in and out, we create from that source. You are receiving divine inspiration right now that you should be doing your art. If that means you have to work part-time or just do something to pay the bills until you get yourself up and running, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. By doing this show, that's what I'm doing. So, we all have to honor that creative place inside of us. So,
And the happy place.
And the happy place. Absolutely. Because, with all the things that we have to deal with in this life, they all aren't really happy. So sometimes it's just nice to take your time and do what needs to be done. I'm glad to hear that you feel compelled to be more creative. Thank you so much for the question, Susan.
And making yourself happy, it brings so many good things to you. When you're happy, abundance flows, love flows, your life is better and happier. It changes everything. It changes your vibration. Angels and guides can help you more, can talk to you more. So whatever you can do, anybody in chat, to make yourself happier, do it.
Yes, please. You need to do it. This is the only life you're going to remember right now. All right. So we have Sally Mount. Will Trumpers refuse to vote? How would it affect the result? What's his end game? That's it.
Yeah, I honestly look. I see it in a way that I know it. Like when I knew that Biden was going to win, or I don't always know these things unequivocally, but I feel like so strongly that we're going to pick up seats next year. Now, one way we're probably going to pick up seats is the Trumpers just being so infighting and not voting, because we know that they're hindering our vote. So it's going to be harder for us to vote. So I think that is going to happen.
Yep.
Trump's end game has always been to be a kingmaker. He wants to have the control. And guess what? If he can't have all the toys, nobody gets all the toys.
Right.
So if I can't have all the votes, you're not going to get them either. He doesn't care if it all goes down. He doesn't care. Yeah. He's never cared about this country.
Which is really disconcerting when you think about the idea that there are other people that are dependent on Republicans voting for Senate, Congress, all those other things. And he's just saying, don't vote in the election just for me. again, it's the me. It's the big me. Yeah, absolutely.
Him or
I'm
who
not.
he anoints, right? If he
Yeah,
anoints you, then vote for that person.
right,
Which
right.
is why you see these Republicans like Chuck Grassley doing gymnastics trying to please Trump.
Yeah, yep. I was real pleased when Cassidy out of Louisiana pretty much said whatever he said. But he's and there are some others that stood up this past week in Congress. 7 others besides the ones on the January 6th commission. We're seeing it. It's fear. It's always fear. These people are like, well, you know what? What's worse than fear? Having a dictator, I think. So.
It's nuts.
Thank you for the question, Sally.
Thank you, Sally.
Yeah. Hello, everybody that's come in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jennifer Blaird, does my mother want to tell me anything? Jennifer, if you're here, tell us her name if you can, please.
Okay, Jennifer, your mother. The first thing I see is a piece of jewelry. I don't think it's. I'm not sure that it. I'm not saying it's like diamond encrusted or anything like that. Her name is Darlene. Okay, Darlene.
Yes, thank you.
I'm seeing a piece of jewelry. It feels like. Well, now she's showing me a ring. I shouldn't have said it wasn't diamond encrusted because I think now she's saying, well, it's nice and blingy. I don't know. It seems like a ring. I was seeing a necklace, but anyway, and not. This is all like not to say that this person got it or that person. She's not saying that at all. She's just saying this is just what she's showing me. Let's see. I feel love. I feel love for you, Jennifer, from her. It might have been her wedding ring. I don't know. Anyway, I feel love. She says she loves you. She misses you. She's also saying everything is going to be okay. I don't know what that's in regards to because we're doing very quick readings. This isn't a full on. We all get to sit down and have coffee together kind of reading. She says everything is going to be okay. Don't worry about things. I feel like she's saying somebody is going to be okay. Darlene, Jennifer, I feel like you worry about people. You're a thinker. You're a worrier up here. Nobody necessarily knows about it, but things kind of go around and round and round up here. And she's saying, just it's going to be okay. You worry a lot. Yeah, that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. And she's saying, give yourself peace. She wants for you to have peace of mind is what she's saying. There's a lot of things you're worrying about that you don't have any control over. Just admit that. I really honestly cannot control this situation or that person or the outcome. And I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. They say, give it to God, give it to the universe, give it to whoever, but it's not yours. You're just a human. And she wants you to know that the worrying just it's not helping anything. But she loves you. She misses you. And that's it. Let me know if the jewelry makes any sense. I don't understand if that makes sense or not. But thank you so much for your question. I hope that helps.
Yeah. I get here, she wants you to let it flow. And that's exactly what Susan pretty much said. Give up the worry, let it flow, and know that worrying isn't going to change it. You just need to let it go. And whatever will be, and you'll be able to handle it no matter what it is. But there's nothing you're doing for yourself that's any good by worry. So.
And I'm a worrier. So
I used to be a worrier. I still do worry, but I'm working my way into not worrying.
Yeah.
So it's a real hard thing to do sometimes, All right. Okay.
So add jewelry. So the message of jewelry in general, it doesn't have to be specifically the ring or the whatever, but I don't know why she's bringing that up. It was just a validation thing, I guess. So I guess she's a woman that would wear jewelry, right?
Okay. I don't know why oh, here it is. It's Betty Max is coming up twice. Sorry. I couldn't find it. So Betty Max wants, this is a great question, Betty. And I really, anyway, I'd like to know why I see so many faces that are unrecognizable to me in my nightly meditation. Oh.
Yeah. Do you see that
Yeah.
too, Emily?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
Me too.
It comes and goes. Sometimes I have to open my eyes because it makes them go away. What you're
Okay.
doing is you're seeing it from your third eye.
Oh.
So when I open my eyes, they go away. So I just open my eyes, they go away. I'm like, good riddance. Now, who are they? Why are they here? I don't know. I feel like they're just spirits. You know, I did this video on spirit photography where you just use your cell phone and put water in a bowl. You'd be surprised all the spirits that are around us. I'm like, kind of creep me out. I'm like, I don't need all these people up in my house, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I feel like there's spirits that are just in your energy field. And I got to tell you, Betty Max, if you can see them, what does that mean? That means you're seeing out of your third eye. That means you're
right.
psychic.
That's right.
That means you're psychic. It means you maybe have mediumship abilities. And maybe the purpose here is to show us.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason is to wake us up. Hey, you can see these people. Hello, you're seeing people. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just an affirmation.
That's my first thought was that she might be seeing some guides, or she might be seeing some ancestors that she didn't know, or I don't know.
They could be ancestors, but do they look like guides when you see them, Allie?
Sometimes I get the feeling they're there for good. I don't get a creepy feeling like they're trying to butt into, butt in unnecessarily. It's just me shutting down enough to allow them to come in. But Betty, keep strong. Whatever they are, if you don't like them, you can ask them to leave. You can ask them to go away. Tell them you're meditating right now. You're busy. Could you go away for a little while? But it depends on how they make you feel. Isn't that true, Susan? Yeah.
I was going to re-say exactly what you said. I want everybody to go into their body and how does this feel? Does this person feel uneasy, negative, good, or neutral? Even if it's neutral, I don't think they need to be in your space.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yep. We all have the right to ask people to leave our space, no matter who they are. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Before I post the next question, I just wanted to say that those of you who are asking questions here for me, and I certainly appreciate those questions, and so does Susan, we found that we have over 30 that we need to do usually every Sunday morning. And the only way we can do this and make everybody really happy is to go in and post your question on my community board at Heart and Soul. And I'll be putting another one up because I believe next weekend, which is Halloween, we already have a full docket as well. But we will get to you. I'm sorry we can't get to you in this. The only other thing I could suggest is you could go to Susan and Jen's show on Thursday night and try there. But there's no guarantee.
And don't you have other mediums on your show from time to time?
I do. I have other mediums come on and readers. Yes, absolutely.
Go to her community page and look at all the people. She has it on there. This person is accepting questions. This person is accepting questions. There's a lot of, Allie's bringing you guys a lot of free, good psychics, mediums.
And the people are being so kind to do it. And actually on Thursday evenings, just before Susan and Jen's show, I have a show with Jean and Terry, the mediums. And it starts at 3:30 Pacific time, and we're done before Susan and Jen go on, so we don't bust into her venue. So I just want you to know that, but check on it. Okay, Stone Marble is here. When you ask your guides for help, do you have to ask every day, or do you turn it over and let it go?
Yes, you already know the answer, don't you, Stone? You can ask every day all you want, but while you're asking, you're clouding up your memory. You're clouding up the connection. So
Right.
ask once, let it go, and then I want you to take all the energy that you would have used in asking multiple times in case they didn't hear you. I want you to take that energy and pay attention. So let me give you a very quick example. Your guides work with you every day, and I'm going to do a video about this, but I'm going to tell you guys that I had 2 instances walking my dog where my guides came in and said, the first instance, you need to get that stick over there. I'm like, why do I need to get a stick? You know what I mean? Here I am, always questioning. I don't, and how did it come to me? They directed my eyes. So this is important for you, dear, because your guides are going to communicate with you all kind of ways. So sometimes I find myself staring at something before I leave the house. I'm like, and then I leave the house and I'm thinking, that's why I was staring at that thing. They direct your eyes.
They
give
do.
you a thought. I need this. They give you a feeling. So both times I needed to do something and I didn't do it. And the last time I was really mad at myself because I had this pepper spray, because the first time I didn't do what they said, I decided I needed to get that pepper spray. I didn't take it with me, and this darn dog was a lab. The owners were rebuilding the fence, and they just let the dog run loose instead of putting it in their house, and the dog ran up to us, tried to bite my dog, and I didn't have the pepper spray. And what did you tell me before I left? They showed me the pepper spray. They made me stare at it. It was right next to my keys. They told me pepper spray. I didn't take it. I was so mad at myself. So take that opportunity to catch their communication. It's not going to be stone, marble. It's not going to be this big Susan. It's not going to be that. It's going to be gentle. So practice catching their communication.
Yeah. I do want to mention that Susan had a video on last week about working with oracle cards and writing the messages and the words down. And I've been telling people all week to go over there and look at that thing if they haven't. I'm going to tell them again because I'm doing that, and I am absolutely gobsmacked by what the messages are telling me. So it really is another way of connecting with the guides. Yep.
Use your cards. Use your oracle cards. Yeah.
Yep. And you should surrender to wonder and awe, just like Susan said, because it's all there, but it may be very subtle. Yes. I love that when that happens. That's wonderful. Thank you. Woo.
Great question.
Hey, everybody. YouTube rejected this next post. Well, why is that? Let me try it again. See what's in it.
Well, that's familiar, huh? You're welcome, Stone Marble. You're going to do it. It's like a flow, like a resonance. You just need to be in resonance with them.
Yep. Okay. So James C. talking about billionaires now going into space. Will there be a time when we'll get there to find a habitable planet, or do we travel through different dimensions? What's the rest of that?
Well, yeah, that's a really good question. Because they would rather us travel through different dimensions. They're telling me this whole thing with rockets and fuel is so like Stone Age. It's like we're going back and chiseling a round wheel or something. So we can time travel. We can time travel. We can telepathy. We can do all these things. It doesn't benefit, but it doesn't benefit those billionaires for everybody on Earth to have those abilities. So I think that answers your question. A habitable planet, yes, habitable meaning with some. I don't see us building a regular rocket that's going to take us to a habitable planet. No, not in our solar system. It would have to be some sort of UFO type ship, and that could go through a wormhole. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
No, it does. Yes. I'm going to tell you that if you have not seen and Robert Brunges, who is a wonderful Akashic records reader, and or heard of Anne Marie at Angel Star Karma, they are able to see what dimensions or star seeds that you may have come from, what planets and what your past experience was. I had them on yesterday. They were wonderful. And Anne Marie opened my mind to where I came from, which I thought was somewhere else. And she said, no, she made a mistake. And I spent so much time looking up all the qualities of it that I felt like I already went to that dimension. It was fabulous. It was like, no wonder this, no wonder that. One of the things it said was people that come from Andromeda, they can't stand waiting for things. They change homes, they change places of business, they change jobs, they change partnerships, because they like change.
Wow.
I said, oh, did they know me?
That's awesome.
It really was. It was very, very interesting. So if you get a chance,
I'm definitely going to watch it. I was busy last night, but I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, between that and my gal, Kathy Egan, who I've known for many years, who does work with stones. It was beautiful. I had a lot of really great and also my resilience readings, of course.
Wow.
So Equus, I know that your power outage probably has been taken care of from last week or 2 weeks ago. But I want to say that in general, my feeling is that we all need generators. But I'm going to let Susan answer this.
I don't want to answer it because I feel like, because I hate to have you guys go buy things, but I went and bought a generator. So I think you just need to have something, right? Something, even if it's, okay, sorry, they're talking to me.
Okay.
Okay, so never mind. They have a whole different thing. So the problem is that I was going to say, you have to have something to charge your cell phone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that kind of thing.
Little extra batteries. But now they're talking about heated blankets, and they're talking about how much watts does a heated blanket or a heater draw. Then that's what you need to get for your generator. Don't spend $300 on a generator and then it won't even keep you warm. It won't even do what it do.
Right.
There's all kinds of ways around this. You can Google, you guys that are handy. You can get a deep cycle marine battery and a solar panel and hook up the battery to an inverter and transfer the energy into there's lots of ways to do this for cheaper.
Right.
You're a handy person, but you should be prepared. This weather, this winter is going to be crazy. So just, if nothing else, have extra blankets, keep some canned soup. If you have a gas stove, you can always light it with a lighter. You don't need power.
Yeah. If you have a recreational vehicle or a camper, usually that runs also on gas. So I'm not saying everybody should go buy one. I'm just saying if there is one that's available to you, you can live in that for a while if there's no, but yeah, I agree with you, Susan. You don't have to have your whole house under the generator, as long as you have enough that you, if you get one, that you can keep yourself warm and don't keep opening your refrigerator.
Yeah, but if you have the money, then I would definitely consider a whole house generator of some kind.
Wow. Happy birthday to Flora today. I'm just sending that out. She just saw a video where they used a tea light under a ceramic pot to give heat. Now that is something else.
Flora, we tried that in Texas when we got to 7 degrees, when we never get below 50. It didn't give up enough heat for 7 degrees. Now maybe for
maybe 20 or 30. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it did work a little bit.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, and you also can get those hand warmers or foot warmers or battery powered. Yeah.
Those things would be very handy under a blanket, right? So that's a good idea.
Yep. Just be careful. Don't burn yourself. When Jen and Anne Marie were doing the cards, it means I know they just don't know the galaxy you're from. That's all that Anne Marie told me, that if they don't know where you're from, that it hasn't been discovered yet. That doesn't mean you're not from somewhere. And Nancy Leonard, it's nice to know a fellow Andromedan. Thank you. Okay, I have a question for, oh, it's the other Flora. I'm sorry, Flora. I'll celebrate you every day. How about that? Did you see what animal is my spirit animal? Kathy D wants to know. If I can pull it up. There you go.
Okay, Kathy D. Kathy. It's a lot of cat energy around you, Kathy.
That's interesting.
That is interesting because I'm not sure if you're in the chat, but I'm not sure if you have a cat, because the weird thing is they're showing me a cat and a bird and a dead bird. So I don't know if what's coming through is like a cat of yours that has crossed over and it just jumped in because it had this opportunity. But that's interesting. So I'm going to go above your, I was going into your energy, and I'm going to go above your energy for a minute and get out of your physical energy and go above you. And now when I do that, I get whale energy, and I don't know what whale energy is. I don't know. I mean, I could riff off the energy for you. It's
wow.
It's able to deep dive. It's able to go deep without breathing, holding its breath for very long. It's able to explore. I feel like the energy is exploring these deep. So water is emotion, right? So you're exploring. You're able to go deep down into the depths. And I don't know if you're doing a lot of meditating, or maybe you're doing a lot of astral travel or journeying, but this is what it feels like. Like you're able to go beneath the surface, deep down, and explore new hidden. The key word is hidden, but it's in water, not hidden under earth. It's hidden realms. How interesting is that?
I got the same thing. Look at the water.
You're kidding.
Connection. No, starfish and it's all underneath the water.
Wow.
It's definitely water animals. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Wow is right. You can go to Google and put in whale spirit animal or whatever, and it will give you some of the information about what they protect you for and so on.
Yes.
Awesome. Wow. Very good. All right. Hold on. Hi, Vivian. By the way, happy birthday to Kimberly King. What do her spirit guides want her to know? And she waited 2 weeks for this. So.
Oh, Vivian. Okay, I'm glad you're here today.
I am too.
Thank you for the question. Thank you for being so patient. I really appreciate it. Let me tap into your spirit guides. Wow. They're making, hi Kevin, good to see you. They're making me tingle. I'm tingling, which is not typical. I'm tingling. I feel like they're happy that you're asking about what they want to, what you want to know from them, because they want to talk to you. That's what I'm trying to get out. They want to talk to you. They're ready to talk to you. They've been talking to you. They've been sending you a lot of love. I don't know if you've been going through some things lately, loss or grief, and even if it's been a while back that you experienced it, but you're still experiencing it. Or I also feel like you don't understand things. Some things not making sense. Like, why are these things happening? I don't understand. Like, you're trying to make sense of it, and you can't make sense of it. So they're sending you a lot of love and healing, I feel like. Are you considering going on a trip, on like some kind of trip, a travel trip? It could be even a road trip. It doesn't have to be big. They're saying you're finding yourself. They're saying you're finding yourself. You're finding your way back to yourself.
Awesome.
and they're with you.
Miracles are occurring all around you, Vivian. Be open to them. They come to us sometimes when we least expect them, or we may not know right away that they're occurring. Yeah.
Slow down and just really slow down. If you see something, count it as a message. Think about it. Feel it. What could that mean? You know,
Right.
you are going on a trip. I think you said you're thinking about it, but they're telling me you are going.
You're going.
So it's good. They want you to slow down and disengage. They want you to just step away from everything and have some peace and quiet,
Yes.
and trust what you're getting. You really are getting it. Trust it. But so much love for you, dear.
Yes. Take care, Vivian. Have a good trip. We're thinking miracles here. Okay, this is from J.R. Luna. He's been awakened twice by a weird experience, someone shouting his Spanish name, tapping on his finger. He was asleep. He thinks it might be his dad. Is he trying to tell me something?
Yes. Thank you, JR, for the question. I don't know. You guys are giving me things big, like deep questions. Like there's a lot more to it than I can often get to in these quick readings. But I would say that yes, your dad. That was your dad. But also, what is he saying? A little boy. He's saying something about a little boy. Also, could there be an uncle? Could it your dad's brother, your mom's brother, or a great uncle also up there as well? JR, is it possible that I feel like they're telling you to wake up to your own abilities?
Ooh.
So it's a bit longer story than I have time for, but the fact that you heard someone shouting, that's clairaudience. That's psychic hearing. You felt somebody hitting your finger, that's all psychic abilities. I feel like they're trying to wake you up, that you have these abilities. It's almost like as if you've been asleep in your life as well as sleep. So I think they're telling you, wake up, these things are happening, it's okay. It's time. I feel like your dad is saying it's time. It's time. So how do you wake up to your abilities? Watch people's videos. I have a lot of videos on that. Everybody has a lot of videos on that. Everybody offers classes. Consider taking a psychic class just to explore it, right? Just to see what happens for you.
Get some tarot oracle cards. Oracles would be the easiest because tarot is a time. It takes a little time. And start pull one a day, as Susan suggests, and write down what you're feeling from it, and do that for a number of weeks, and go back and see what kind of messages they're trying to give you, because they do work through those oracles as well. I get here, you need to surrender to complete healing.
Wow.
So there's a part of you that needs emotional, physical, and healing support, spiritual support. And by opening yourself up to receiving it, you will get more information about what you're supposed to do with it.
Amen.
Thank you, JR. Good luck to you. Carol Bastain has 2 little dogs, and they started pooping in the house after not doing it, and they're 5 and 7. Ooh.
I love their names, Izzy and Cricket.
I love that.
How can you be mad at Izzy and Cricket?
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna just tell you, Carol, that I'm not 100% with this because there are soul messages from dogs. Okay, there are dogs, cats, horses that have soul lessons with you that they work on. So this is going to be deeper than I can jump in right now. But why are you, Izzy and Cricket? Why are you? Oh, there's a ringleader. One's doing it. One is more responsible than the other one, and they're blaming each other. So I can't. But they're not gonna. I'm not gonna get that from them. But okay, this is what I'm getting, Carol. There's something that you started doing at night, okay? In the past, let's say 6 months, maybe 8 months, maybe longer, you have started being busier in the afternoon and in the evening, and you're not relaxing. And you have to understand that even if you're not actively playing with Izzy and Cricket, if you're relaxed, they're relaxed. So if you're busy doing something or fretting or worrying or just busy, they're not relaxing. So
Right.
they're not going out to do the business outside
Mm-hmm.
because you're not paying
Yeah.
attention to them. So
Yes. This is
if you
one
want
way to get attention too, to poop
so
in the house. Yeah.
try even going outside with them. Like, it's not going to be overnight because they're smarter than that. You're going to need to do
Mm-hmm.
this for a week or two. Try walking them every other day or every day. Just go on a little walk, and again, even if they don't change their behavior, I don't want you to give up, because this is something that you have to commit to. They're going to watch you to see if you're really committed. It could be even if you just spend some concerted time with them every night, that might help too. You might be on the computer, you might be on the phone, there's something. They're
Yeah.
missing that attention, and
Yeah.
you're elsewise working.
And I get repetition. You just keep repeating what you need to repeat for them, taking them out, doing something the same. I've had a couple, I have 3 dogs, and I noticed that when there is a ringleader, it does get worse. So,
There's always a ringleader, you guys.
yep. Just a quick story. A lady asked a psychic why her cat always pooped on her bed when she was at church. The psychic said, well, I don't know, but what I want you to do is I want you to not go to church or go late and wait around and see what happens. And she did. And it was the husband's mistress coming and spending time on the bed with the wife, and she caught them. So the cat knew that the bed was being defiled. So yeah. It's just an
We're
interesting.
not saying that's happening, Carol.
No, not at all. No, not at all. But this was
a
cat pooping on a bed. And I mean, it was, not just pooping, but pooping on a bed.
I had my dog did that when I started a new relationship. She started peeing on my bed. Like,
Did she?
This is my bed.
Okay. Yeah. They're territorial, definitely.
So yeah.
And maybe they're saying, this is my time and you're doing this instead.
Exactly.
And yeah. Yep.
And when they say it's my time, that actually helps you. They're in our lives to help us. So if you're relaxed, that's helping them and helping you too. It's not like their need. It's actually for you. It's bizarre.
That's right. Hi, Arlene. It's good to see you. Boy, if you want to hear a really interesting story, you go over to Nasty Women and listen to Arlene's opening. It was awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. Yes, she's very powerful, and she's going to open her own channel eventually.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what does she do? Is she a psychic?
She is. She reads cards, but she just met with all of her. She's Native American, and she met with all of her guides, and it's just such a great story. I don't want to tell it, but
okay.
Anyway, if you want it, it's very good. It's very interesting.
It's on Nasty Women's channel.
It's on the Nasty Women that was on not the birthday show, but the one I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay, we digress.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I must have missed this somewhere, but Judith A wants to know, her brother passed 4 years ago under her care, wonders how he's doing. Don't have a name, I'm sorry. Here it is. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw it briefly, and then it went. Then what happened is
it went.
It did. Okay, let me see, Judith. Your brother passed away. Okay, how is he doing? He's doing fine. He's saying he's doing fine. He's right here. He's right here with me. I wouldn't say he's a chatty man. I would say that it's like, I'm doing fine, and then you wait. There's not much else. It's like, I'm doing fine. So it's not like he might be chatty to you, but I'm a stranger, so
Right.
he's just, and this is kind of a whole thing, right? That's a little bit weird. But so yes, he says he's doing fine. He says he's happy. He says he's doing well. He's happy. Um, it's weird. He's like, it's weird over here, but it's kind of cool. You just have to get used to it. But once you get used to it, it's really cool.
Mhm.
He misses you. He misses he and he wants to say. Wait, he wants to talk about. He wants to talk about your care. He says he thanks you. He wants to thank you for the care that you gave him. You really took care of him. Like, I feel like you
Mhm.
put things off. You didn't do things to be able to be home to check on him. You really,
His name is John Howard.
Howard. Judith, let
Yeah.
me know if this makes sense for his personality too, dear. Um,
Uh-huh.
a bit quiet in a sense, to me. But he
Yep.
wants to say thank you. You did a great job. You made him as comfortable as you could. I believe he's saying there were things you wanted to do that you couldn't do, that you, whatever that was, like maybe you had to work and you wanted to be there more often, or maybe you needed more medical equipment, or if you he gets this feeling like if I
Mhm.
only had this, it would have been a little better. He said he was fine. He was very fortunate. He says, I was very fortunate to have been cared for by you. He says, I could have been in a home or in a hospital, or in a much less. And he also says, your home is very homey. It
Mm.
felt very homey. It didn't feel clinical. It felt like a home. He really appreciated that part. That
Mhm.
he could hear you cooking dinner or talking to people. That meant a lot to him. It gave him an association that people were nearby. It was comforting. It was very comforting to him.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
He wants you to surrender to joy in all times of your life. This card actually says, during both the hard and easy times, just keep surrendering to more and more joy. It's your time to be joyful. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's beautiful. And I do feel
Mhm.
the love coming. He's kind of warming up. He's the kind of guy that in a reading would start out quiet, and by the end he'd be like chattering to me. But it just takes a while for them to get used to me and for us to get the energy kind of
Right.
flowing. But he
So,
says,
I'm sorry. Ann Brister just put her, she didn't know she was next, but she is. um, he's in a bad mojo company that pays low wages and he's 62.
okay, let me
That was on the rest of it.
disconnect,
So.
because that guy is like still now.
Oh, he wants to talk now.
Oh, yeah, now he's like, pull up a chair. Just getting ready to, we're gonna be like having dinner later. Okay.
Okay.
So let me disconnect from him for a second. Okay. So
Sure.
I'm just gonna push him over to the side for a minute. I'll disconnect. Okay. Look, dude, go talk to your sister. Okay. All right. My husband is trying to find better work. Okay, and better pay. Do you see when and what area of work he should look in? For these
And
quick readings.
put his name in the bottom. I'm sorry, hun. Oh, in the quick readings, it's hard to
Give me more
disconnect them.
detail. Like
Yeah.
this is like for me to figure out what work he does would take about 10 minutes, and then
Yeah. Hold
so
on.
if you give me like he does this job, I could dial straight into his energy more. But when it's vague, I have to do a lot of extra work that I don't have time to do. But I will say he needs to find a better job with better pay. And it's a little bit more difficult than that because your husband, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're in the chat. I'm not feeling like he's a go-getter, set the world on fire, stand in my power and tell people, no, I'm going to go get a better job. I feel like he feels more like I want the security. Like I have this job. This is secure. What if I get a new job and they lay me off? You know what I mean? Like I think he's very cautious. He's a very cautious person in this area of his life.
Mhm.
He's a buyer in purchasing. Okay, so I'm feeling that Judith said he'll come to dinner and he'll do the cooking. All right, I got the spaghetti, guy. I'm going to have some spaghetti. Now I got
Oh,
this gentleman's going to help me. I need to get busy cooking, apparently. Okay, so Anne, listen, this is what Spirit's telling me. Thank you for telling me what he does. Again, it goes back to that energy of the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. I feel like
ah,
that's his energy, right? Listen,
mhm.
shop, if you can convince him, shop his resume around. This company has taken advantage of him. I think he's worked there for a while, and he's a do your job, don't complain kind of guy, don't rock the boat kind of guy. So you know what? They throw more stuff on him, and they don't give him the raises, and they don't give him the promotions. But your husband has to want to do this himself.
Right.
But if you can help him dust off his resume, put it out there. There are jobs for him. There are better jobs for him. It may be a little bit of a lateral move, but in a different industry or a slightly similar industry, or it might be a raise up. There are other jobs for him for sure. I feel
Yeah,
it, but there has to be the energy to go after it.
absolutely. We got 3 left, and it's after. We gotta move on. So I'm gonna have. All right.
I
We
know,
got.
and those people that are nice and good and do what they're supposed to do, they get dumped on. And God
Yes.
bless him. I hope he stands up. I mean, even at his age, and we all know that everybody, you know,
Yep.
but
It becomes more difficult the
it
older
becomes
we
more
are. But
difficult.
I'm seeing that Joanna from Creating Your Life Consciously is also saying she's sort of getting dumped at in her job, and she's in her 40s. So I don't know. I just think sometimes it just is a incorrect match. It's an incorrect match. Oh, so we have Joan.
Joan, your friend Joan. Joan. I have to immediately. Some other people came in for you, dear. I'm just going to tell you that. I think other relatives came in faster than Joan. And of course, she's not going to step over a relative, right? So I had to do a little
Mhm.
spirit jujitsu right there. Joan is, I feel, because somebody also is in your energy that has a sense of humor. And I don't feel like it's Joan. It's somebody else, I think. It feels like somebody else, but they have a sense of humor. But when I go into Joan, if I can block out everybody else and try to get Joan's energy, I feel like a very sweet person, a very big heart. I feel gracious, very gracious, a gracious person, generous person, sweet, magnanimous, all these words, right? But anyway,
Mhm.
she sends her love to you. She's honored that you've asked about her. She's just, that's so sweet.
Mhm.
She does count you as a very dear friend. She misses you. I feel like you guys did something together, either like a volunteered together or volunteered at events or something about an event, or maybe you just did, maybe you just had fun together. I don't know, but she said she's just showing me you did things together with a purpose. Maybe that's what that means.
Hmm. Hmm.
She misses you. She sends you love and light, and she says your soul is beautiful.
I get that you're to surrender to effortlessness. Um, Stop pushing so hard if you are. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Boy, that's for everybody. That's for everybody.
Linda, I hope that resonates with you. I know you're here. Let me know if that makes sense, because I'm not sure who the person is that's funny. I'm not sure if Joan is the funny one or somebody else is the funny one, but I think Joan is the one that is very sweet, and not that she
Hmm.
couldn't have a sense of humor, but there's somebody else who really has a crack up
She
sense.
says they helped each other. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Kimberly King is her birthday today, so I felt we better answer her question. She
Happy
left in
birthday.
2014 due to outsourcing. Recently applied for an open position. Do you see me returning to that company?
I mean, Kimberly, the question might be, should you return to that company? I mean,
Right.
if you can, I think I don't want you. Here's the message. Okay, the message is not whether you should return to that company. The message is do not
Abbott.
settle. Do not settle. Uh, Shoot high. Um, there is energy that you could get rehired to that company, but that company is going through some stuff. It's kind of messy right now at that place.
It's a
And
pharmaceutical company.
uh, I don't know what is going on at that company, but there's some
Mhm.
kind of like employee interpersonal like messiness going on. And you
Ooh.
might get in there and think, oh boy, this place has gone to, HE double L in a handbasket, right? Um, so I'm going to tell you, there's energy here. Okay, there's energy here for you to get back into that company. Well, let's take that energy and let's expand it. Let's blow it up. Let's make
Mhm.
ourselves big so that any company, a better position, a bigger thing is open. So I know for me recently, I was going to do this thing, and my guide said, you're just being very constrictive about it. You're thinking in your mental mind that this is it. Take these down, and how big is it? Right? So sometimes our own thinking constricts things. So they're just saying, don't constrict it by thinking I can only do this or this is only whatever. Be expansive.
Yep, absolutely. So I think this is for you, Kimberly, and also my friend Joanna in the chat. Surrender to the divine timing. It could be that this is not divine timing. I feel like you will know. It's different from your ego timing. It's different from me. It's what it says. Yeah.
I know.
And if it isn't manifesting fast enough, be patient and trust the universe, because it ain't going to manifest any quicker than it wants to. So, do that and, love yourself. You weren't put on here to, and Sherry, I see you, and I've had jobs as well where not appreciated. People were, that didn't do their jobs got promoted before I did, and I used to help them, all that CRAP. But anyway, I wish you well, all of you, and I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Oh, Abbott has problems with Freestyle Libre. Okay. All right. Bohemian Sag, any message from Mother Jane? Jane? I don't know if that means, or any other, at least her mother Jane. How about that?
Let me look at that. I feel like your grandmother's coming in for some reason. Um, were you close to your grandmother? Because she's coming in. I take it back. It doesn't matter if you're close or not. She's coming in anyway. And sometimes we have grandparents that we never even met, but they're almost like our guardian angels. They're very, very close to us, and you wonder why, because I never met them. That's just their assignment. They're assigned
Right.
to you. So I feel like there's a grandmother coming in, but I just feel like you're close to them. I feel like you must know them. Anyway, Jane, I feel like somebody just said fish and chips. I swear to God. I don't know what that means or if that's even makes sense, but your mother is, I feel her coming in now. She sends her love. I feel it. I feel love coming from my heart. Just big love. Big, wow, a lot of love. Um, okay, so you were practically raised by your grandmother. So that's why your grandmother's here. That's
Yep.
why your grandmother flew in over top of your mom, like, like throwing some elbows over here. So yes, your grandmother loves you too, dear. Very, very close to you. Very close. But your mom is coming in now with just this deep, deep love from her heart. I don't know. I don't have enough time to get into the situation as to why you were mostly raised by your grandmother. Maybe your mother died earlier. I don't know. All I know is that she has so much love for you. I mean, super strong. I can't tell you how strong I'm feeling this. Oh, fish and chips.
There
isn't
you
it
go.
isn't it crazy that all of a sudden I'm like fish and chips? It's like
Sounds good to me. I'm hungry.
I mean, so weird. It's so weird
I know.
because you say the crazy and you think I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. I am not saying fish and chips on a live YouTube video in front of all these people. I'm not doing it. But now I just whatever they tell me, I tell you guys. So
Awesome.
yes, your mother's so much love. Your grandmother's so much love. Everybody's together. Everybody's fine. There's a bit of a party seems to be going on over there. I feel like there's somebody who's like a party. Somebody who over there who's always the one who does the party, does the food.
Cool.
Get everybody together. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I feel like there's a little bit of a party going on. So that's beautiful too. But she says, there's just so much love, dear. You just know that you're loved. You have so much love over there. They're just surrounding you with love.
And light. They surround you with all their light. They said that you're not that far away from us. It radiates through you and it brings it to the world around you. So you are also a bringer of light. Absolutely. And I would say with those strong women in your family that there's a very good reason. So we do have one more question for today. It is almost one. Well, we've been on for about an hour and a half. Again, I apologize to those that are very new here. You don't know how to deal with this, but go to my community homepage, my homepage. It will take you to the community page. Put your questions in and we'll try to get to you. We had over 30 questions today, and this is exhausting for Susan. You know, I use my cards, but Susan taps in and, you know, she's going to go out now and get some fish and chips. So
it's hard to go from like a psychic question to a mediumship and to
I know.
Politics. It's like your brain is like, it's like the Olympics, the spirit Olympics.
It is the Olympics, and you do it so well. Oh, my Lord.
Thank you so much. Okay, Carrie, let's see. What is Traveler? Carrie World Traveler. Oh, that's cool. My dad, Bill, have a message 47 years ago. Bill, World Traveler. I'm getting let me make sure I'm talking to Bill here because thank you, Valerie. That's so sweet. Okay, Bill. I'm getting a gentle soul, a gentle person, a gentle and a gentle man, a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Manners, a gentleman. I am seeing him. I almost feel like I'm getting a grandfather energy, but your dad would have died so long ago that he might appear to me like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm getting, I keep getting army or some kind of uniform, but it's wool. It's like the craziest thing. So I don't know if that's World War I, World War II. I don't know if that's your grandfather or your dad, but it's somebody who's wearing, and it doesn't even look, and it almost looks, I'm not even sure it's American, to be completely honest with you. I'm not sure why they're showing me that, but because I don't see a lot of insignia. And maybe it's not the army. Maybe it's just a woolen suit, but it's that sort of navy, green. It's that sort of green color, that medium or darker green. So maybe it's not a uniform. Maybe it's just a suit that's woolen. Isn't that weird? I'm trying to describe it. But okay. So anyway, gentleman, kind. He loves you. He sends his love. He sends his. It's an interesting thing. It's like I send you my love. It's like that. I send you my love. Not like I love you, but it's more like I'm sending you my love. That's what he's saying. I'm sending you my love. Very different than I love you. It's just different way of saying it. He, 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 he He's proud of you. Oh, he's so proud of you. I don't know what you've done in your life. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because he's proud of you. He's very proud of you. You've accomplished quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's also proud of the things that you've gone through, like life, right? Life goes up and down. You've been on the ups and downs, and you've really mustered through. He's saying, you've been able to kind of ride those things without having them really take you off your course, if that makes sense to you. You've been able to sort of go down and come back up and keep going. Tenacity. He's saying you have a bit of a tenacity, a bit of ability to overcome. And he says that you're not emotional, that you just sort of, well, this is going down, oh boy, going up. But these things that you've been through really to hear him tell it, he's bragging about you. Basically, he's saying a lesser person would not have done as well. So hopefully that makes sense for you.
Wow.
He's very, very proud of you. He loves you. He's with you. He visits you. He's also saying he loves the family. He couldn't be more happy or proud of his family.
That's great. So I, for some reason, was drawn to pull my Tao cards for you, Carrie. And I have here that he's telling you your insight is limitless. Trust your vision is true. Believe wisdom and creative powers manifest with what your heart desires. Do not doubt your intelligence and resourcefulness. It will forge your dreams into reality. So I think that's sort of a sweet Father in Spirit message for you. Yeah, it's a beautiful message. Thank you. And thank you, Susan. Thank you so much to everyone for spending some time with us here today. And we'll see you next Sunday. Remember to go and put your questions on. I will post for, I think it's the 6th or 7th of November, because we already are full for Halloween. But we will be happy to read your things.
And I want you guys stay in your power. There's a lot of messages over here that I haven't been able to read exactly, but I know that it seems like a lot of people are sort of struggling with being objectified. I'm hearing the word objectified in your workplace. And I just want to tell you guys, look, this is, they're giving me chills. This is manifestation season.
Okay.
So stand in your power and put yourself out there, take those blinders off, and just shoot for the moon. They just said shoot for the moon, right?
There you go.
Put that resume in a completely different industry. You just never know. If you have a little thought in your head, and this is how they talk to you, if you have a little thought in your head, I should go work in this other industry, and you just dismiss it because that's crazy talk. That's them. That's not crazy talk. Pay attention to those little messages.
The little nudges, yes. And go over and listen to what Susan says about pulling your oracle cards, and that will tell you volumes. Honestly, it's been the best thing. It's been the best thing, really. Yeah. It's not a hard thing to do. God bless you, Susan. God bless you, everybody.